What is happening, Bachis, Bakus and Babachis? Pav here from Collective Growth, and in this video I'm gonna share with you the 3 takeaways that I received from Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within event that happened in London a couple of days ago. Plenty more exciting stuff to come. Stay tuned, we're starting right now. I think we're finally good to go. Okay guys, I just had a chat with my best friend. He has no clue that I'm actually going to London instead of to Bulgaria to surprise him for the Unleash the Power Within seminar with Tony Robbins that's going to be happening in about 2 days. So let's see how this goes. This driver had mad skills. This was teleportation 101. Whew. Finally we're here. Okay guys, we are officially in Astana, Kazakhstan. 7 degrees outside and I'm wearing this. No problem. I'm now excited to see another friend of mine that I haven't seen him for probably more than a year now, so very excited.
The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you.
Finally we found each other.
You like teasing Bulgaria? I love going to Tony Robbins, you know, I've been so many times, I know it was difficult to play. Let's do it! Wow guys, we just finished the tour, the final walk, 3 years in a row. Wow, amazing experience. Yes! Say yes!
Okay, welcome back. Okay, so the first of the crucial takeaways that I received was the power of your physiology. Now, what do I mean by physiology? I mean your body. How are you using your body? How are you using your limbs? What is your breathing pattern? What's your facial expressions? Your muscle tension? And all of these things comprise your physiology. And there is a connection, a very deep connection between your body and your mind. So they're both actually intertwined in a very intimate dance that lasts a lifetime. Now, let me ask you a question. What is the most important, or one of the most important skills, should I say, to master? I think it's leadership. And in other words, it's the ability to influence others with integrity, not manipulate. That's totally different things. Influencing with integrity means both parties gain something from the interaction. Now, whether it's your family, friends, co-workers, employees, whatever, you can actually influence those people. However, let me ask you a question. who does this process of influencing starts with? That's right, it starts with yourself. If you can't get into a state or you can't use your physiology to influence yourself, then you're gonna have a hard time influencing anybody, let alone yourself, right? And this is what we practiced, getting into a state of certainty, total and absolute certainty, a point from which whatever life throws at you, step aside, I can deal with it. And this is a totally different thing from being in a very unresourceful state and trying to think about how to actually deal with an issue, a challenge, a problem, whatever it is. So next time when you do interact with someone, pay close attention to everything. So how are you using your physiology? What's your breathing pattern? Are you breathing really deep or is it really quick and shallow? How are you using your body language? Where is your chest? Where is your shoulders? Are you facing the person directly and looking at them in the eyes directly? Or are you very meek, a little bit uncomfortable, your body language isn't as open, and you're not really looking at them very directly? Do you see the difference? That's right. So this is the power of your physiology. I know I've put a lot of it here, but trust me, it does work and it's very, very powerful. So this is number one. Okay guys, so this was number one. Number two is the power of your peer group. You've all heard the maxim that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Thank you, Jim Rohn. And of course, this is the best advice I ever got when I was a kid. I was spending way too much time with people I had no business with, but hey, we live and learn. Luckily, at a little bit later stage of my life, I met a very wise man who luckily turned out to be one of my mentors. So he said something very, very profound to me. Love your family, choose your friends. Now, why is this peer group so important? Let me give you an example. Say for example you wanted to become really good at basketball. Now if you were playing with a basketball player who was really like 3, 4, 5 levels above you, would you become really better or would you decline in your skill set? Pay attention to this. If the expectations of your peer group is lesser than yours, you end up playing the same game as they do. If your current peer group doesn't have the same standards as you do, upgrade your peer group. Happened to me more than once. I can tell you it's not the most pleasant experience, but it is necessary if you want to grow. Join a peer group that would lead you, that will challenge you. People that are playing life at a much higher level than you do. And you make progress, I guarantee it. The other thing about peer group is proximity. What do I mean by this? Well, think about this. If you wanted to get really healthy, you want to get vital, are you going to be spending time with people who totally disregard their diet and maybe they go to the gym once or twice a day? Or are you going to be close to people that go to the gym 5, 6 times a day? They're getting stronger, they're getting leaner, they're getting more vital. That's the peer group that you really want if you want to become healthy and more vital. So people that are around you, that are going to push you. A team that's going to challenge you, not just support you. One of the reasons why peer group is also important is because you can tap into their ideas, you can tap into their points of view, which inevitably are going to be different than yours, but that's going to help you and push you forward. As well as their resources and their networks become your resources and your networks, which means that your goals are going to get achieved much quicker than they would on your own. So, lesson number 3 is conditioning is key. In other words, training never stop. Let's take Michael Jordan for example, one of the most famous, most successful athletes of all time. That man's work ethic was unparalleled even for today's standards. When Michael Jordan first became a professional, they would have these competitions in the first team against the second team. They will be doing this in practice. Whichever team reaches 8 points is going to be the winner. So the first team with Jordan was leading the second team like 5-1 or 6-1. What the coach will do afterwards is he'll put Jordan from the first team into the second team. Guess what happened? The second team won, exactly. Because he was practicing so much, when the game came in and he had to prepare and go and perform, it's like he was already having a practice because he was practicing so much, nothing was actually new to him, nothing ever surprised him. And if you think about all the outstanding athletes, the world-class performance, say for example Tiger Woods or GSP, one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time, one thing they have in common was the fact that they never stopped training. All of this practice, all of this experience gets so hardwired in your brain that when the time comes for you to step up and go and perform, you don't have to think about it anymore, you just do it. think about something that you're really good at, and think about when was the last time you thought about it consciously. In NLP we call this term unconsciously competent. In other words, you don't have to think about it, you just go and do. And this is what these top level athletes are actually doing. Another thing to remember is put yourself in an environment of total immersion. Meaning you're doing this 24/7, 365, twice on Sunday. There's no distractions, you're just in there doing it constantly, all the time. Remember what I said about physiology and the fact that physiology can have a tremendous impact on your state of mind and ultimately on your performance. Well, if you do this consciously enough and you do it continuously, then all of these things again get hardwired, and this could have a huge impact on your actions and your decisions long term. So these are my 3 takeaways from Tony Robbins. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, leave a comment down below, let us know what you guys think. Obviously there's a lot more examples I could give you. Also, make sure to smash that like button, and it would mean the world to me and the team here if you subscribe to the channel. We have more amazing content coming your way, and I'll be glad to share it with you guys. Until next time, peace out.